Hello, and welcome to Book 3, Chapter 3 of You Should Be Reading. Today I would like to talk to you about The Martian by Andy Weir. Now, this is a major motion picture right now. It just came out a couple weeks ago. I've heard good things about it. Now, I never knew anything about this book, had no idea, didn't even know it existed until I saw a webcomic, one of the many that I follow, XKCD, and he had it's a little stick figure comic for those who don't know. Um, Anyways, he had this wonderful little thing going on there where it's all this guy is really excited that The Martian is becoming a movie, and the other guy's like, "Oh, really? What's it like?" And he's like, "Well, you know that scene in Apollo where they had to figure out how to make this one filter be in basically a square filter fit in a round hole because that's all they had up there with only what they had, these little minimal tools and whatnot. Um, he said basically that's what that movie's like. That's what the book's like the entire way through. So they're doing a whole movie like that. And it caught my interest. So I ended up digging up the trailer, watched the trailer. I plan on watching the movie too. But before I did, I wanted to read the book. So I went and picked it up and I read it in about a week. It is not a very hard read. And that is one of the best things about it, especially this particular type of book, because it starts off, um, most of it is done by in the form of log entries that our main character, um, where is it, Mark Watney, uh, that he is entering because he's stranded on Mars. And there's a lot of science and scientific jargon and whatnot, and all of this woven in, especially with him and his log entries. Then there's other parts of the book that deal with the people on Earth finding out he's alive, organizing a rescue mission, all this good stuff. Pretty much kind of like the trailer for the movie presented it as. But I think just from the tone of the trailer and the movie, I think they've done a good job. I'll probably be covering it on big and small screens once I actually see it because it's going to be good. I'm pretty sure. And the book, I think they've captured the book's tone quite well in the movie. Now, two things I'm going to say right off. For those of you that might be scared about the whole science jargon and whatnot, they go into a fair bit of detail about oxygen, chemistry, botany, physics, all this and that. There's a fair bit of detail, not super amount, but they don't shy away from the science behind it all. However, they don't make it super difficult for people to understand. Now, I am not the biggest chemist, the physicist, or anything like that, and yet I still understood what was being said in the book. I still understood the basis of everything once it was all laid out. So it's very friendly to anybody who wants to pick this up to read it. It's very friendly in that regard. So they do delve into the science a bit because it helps to explain everything, but they don't. It doesn't overstay its welcome. We'll say it's always there, but it's not always in your face about it. And the other thing is that it is hilarious. The book the book is Mark Watney as a character is a smartass. He is an insufferable smartass. So he's all off by himself, basically cracking wise in all of his log entries in every chance he gets. And getting Matt Damon to play him, perfect choice in casting, I think. I think it's going to do well. So I'm looking forward to the movie, but the book is wonderful. And it's a very short read. It's only about it's about 370 pages. Not long, not a long read at all. And each of the chapters kind of broken down. They've got a wonderful little map of Mars here with the different points where he's at, and it's even tense in a way, even though you've kind of got it in the back of your mind that he's probably going to make it home. I'm not going to spoil whether he does. I'm not spoiling whether he's rescued or not. So don't even think about that. But you've always kind of got it in the back of your mind reading this type of story. They're gonna save him. He's gonna find a way to do what he has to do to survive. They're gonna get him home. Even though you have that in the back of your mind, and even though I had it in the back of my mind, as I was reading, there were moments when something sudden happened. Boom! Oh my God! What's gonna happen now? He's screwed now, right? There's no way he can come back from this. I thought to myself, and there was these tense little moments where I thought, well, that's it, he's done, and yet it keeps going. It keeps plodding along the tough struggle of man against the environment. So it's really good. Um, as you may have noticed in these little things I haven't been reading, uh, I'm kind of cutting that out to see if I can keep my videos a little on the shorter side, a little on the more palatable side. Because when I've been reading, it's been taking up usually a good half of my videos. Um, so yes, this week you should be reading The Martian by Andy Weir, and I'll see you next week.